제91회 부모님께 자주 전화해요?
Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Speak Korean. I'm your host Lisa Kelly and welcome to our 91st show. And today's main expression is something I hear quite often, and I know all our foreign friends hear often from our Korean friends. 부모님께 자주 전화하세요. Do you call your parents often? Alright, let's go and meet our co-host. Hello, Steve.
Hi, Lisa. How you doing?
How are you doing?
Good. And I called my parents. I did my requisite Friday morning call. I call every week. Not that often, but not that bad either. 안녕하세요. I'm Stephen Revere. Thanks for being with us. How often do you two call your parents?
They're like,
I don't call very much.
You don't call much?
No.
Oh, what's your name?
안녕하세요, 네오미입니다.
안녕하세요, 마틴입니다.
Martin, you look very good today.
I know.
Oh, thank you.
We just complimented
Do you want another
Looking
drink,
classy.
maybe?
No.
Another drink? Coffee?
Waiter? He's doing his waiter imitation.
Actually, that looks like Naomi was saying. To foreigners, it looks like a waiter, but to Koreans, it looks like a 부잣집 아들, a rich
Household?
person's son. Yeah. Anyways, it is what you look like. And actually, I know that we have enough Korean under our belts to actually answer this question in Korean. How often do you call your parents?
주말마다 전화해요.
주말마다 전화해요. Oh, very
See,
good.
that's good. All right, then let's get into our lesson. Let's go to Let's Do It.
Let's do it.
부모님께 자주 전화해요?
아니요, 가끔 해요. 한 달에 한 번쯤 해요.
All right, our main expression is 부모님께 자주 전화해요. Do you call your parents often? Okay, we have 부모님, which is parents, and then we use 께 because it's an honorific form. We're raising our parents up there, right?
Yeah, normally you would say 에게, right? When you call to someone, kind of instead of to, instead of English, yeah. Instead of to, you would say 에게, right? 리사에게 전화하세요. 리사에게 전화해요. Right? But in the case of parents or 할머니 or 할아버지, right? Anybody who's much older in a much senior position, you would say, of course, 께. Okay, we learned 께. And then if you were going to make them into the subject, right? 부모님이 주말에 왔어요 would be not correct, right? It would be a little low to be speaking about your parents that way. You would say 부모님께서 주말에 오셨어요, right? You have to put that she after the verb to make it the highest form possible. Always speak highly of your parents.
That's right. But shame on you because your answer was 아니요. 가끔 해요. Oh, no, not really. I do it sometimes, once in a while. 가끔 해요. Do you want to try that pronunciation? Be careful. The 가끔, okay?
가끔 해요.
Good.
가끔 해요.
And 가끔 is what we call in English one of those adverbs of frequency, right? You say occasionally. Let's go over these. What would you say if you said all the time? You would say how you call them all the time.
항상.
항상 would be okay, yes. Or sometimes you also hear 늘, yeah. Oh, a little bit less than 항상 would be
자주요.
자주, right? 자주 전화해요. And a little bit less than that is what was in the script there.
가끔.
가끔. And then, what if you want to say never call them at all?
전혀.
전혀, right? 전혀. And then when you do 전혀, you have to make sure and use a negative afterward. So you would say 전혀 전화하지 않아요 or 전혀 전화 안 해요. You have to make sure and put a negative. Like, if you want to say, I can't do something at all, you would say, 한국말 전혀 못해요. I can't speak any Korean at all, which wouldn't really make sense because you'd be saying it in Korean. But anyway.
Okay, and afterward we told them, specified exactly how often we do. He said he doesn't call often because he calls 한 달에 한 번쯤 해요. He calls once every month, about, okay, because we have the word 좀 in there, which means about, not exactly, but approximately. Okay, let's try that. 한 달에 한 번쯤 전화해요.
한 달에 한 번쯤 전화해요.
Good.
한 달에 한 번쯤 전화해요.
And in your case, you said earlier that you call about once a week, every weekend?
Yeah.
Can you try to say that with the same sentence structure? I call about once every week. 일주일에
일주일에
한 번.
한 번쯤 전화해요.
Very good.
Right. Yeah.
쯤 아니고 한 번.
한 번. 한 번.
He doesn't want to put 쯤 in there.
Okay.
And 쯤 becomes very useful. You know, sometimes when we're planning to meet somebody, we'll say, oh, let's meet at 4-ish in English, right? About 4 o'clock. In Korean, if you wanted to say that, 4시쯤에 만납시다. 4시쯤에 만납시다.
Very good. Okay. Let's try some other words instead of what we have here. Tell me how often you go to school. Naomi?
일주일에 5번 갑니다.
Wow, very good. And how often do you go to school, Martin?
일주일에 6번.
Really?
예.
You're a hardworking student. Steven 선생님.
Yes.
학교는 얼마나 자주 가세요?
전혀 안 가요.
No, you go to teach them.
Ah, that's
See,
true. That's true.
okay.
Teaching, 예. 가르치는 거는
It's
일주일에 4번 가요. 예, 일주일에 4번 가요. 예. 가르치러 가요. 예. 공부하러 전혀 안 가요. Yes, I don't go at all to study anymore. I'm so happy.
And let's use those words of, often, never, always. And I'll ask you some questions and you can answer using those questions. Naomi, 술 얼마나 자주 마셔요? How often do you drink liquor?
전혀 안 마셔요.
전혀 안 마셔요. Okay, that means never. Okay, Martin, 여자친구 얼마나 자주 만나요?
가끔 많아요.
가끔 만나요. Very
네,
good.
매일 만나요.
매일 3번씩 만나요.
3명 있어서 그
3명이 있대.
Okay, well, let's go on to our wrap it up corner. We've got enough practice under our belts.
Wrap it up.
With Lisa.
And Steven.
리사, 수영장에 자주 와?
응, 매일 와. 너는?
오늘 처음 왔는데 내일부터 매일 올 거야. 우리 매일 만나서 같이 수영할 수 있겠다.
Okay, we heard a lot of dialogue in there, and I heard a form that actually we don't really use quite often here at Let's Speak Korean, which was, I'll shorten it, 우리 내일 만나서 같이 수영할 수 있겠다. We might be able to do something. We could do something. 있겠다. I actually use this a lot when I speak to my Korean friends, but foreigners don't get a chance to really use this form too often. Do you want to explain a little bit more?
할 수 있겠다. Sure. It means we're able to do something. There's some sort of change in a situation, and now we can do this in the future. So let's say you're going on a trip. It's the winter in Korea. 너무 추운데. 제가 다음 주에 빨리 섬 가요. I'm going to Bali, right? You could say, 와, 좋겠다. 수영할 수 있겠다, right? 바다에서 수영할 수 있겠다. You can go swimming at the beach. So it's any situation where you're changing a situation and now you get to do something new and you can do it all the time. 우리 매일 수영할 수 있겠다.
Right. Well, Martin was telling me he used to and still does major in law, and so later on, 돈 많이 벌 수 있겠다. Okay, you might be able to earn a lot of money once you do that. And Naomi는 너무 이쁘니까 남자친구 많이 있겠다.
사귈 수 있겠다.
Right, 사귈 수 있겠다. All right, and then we heard some other words. Some you may be familiar with. 수영장. 수영장 is swimming pool, but there's lots of words in the Korean language that end with 장.
Even subway stations, right? Down by Seoulland, you've got the 경마장, right?
And that actually means, literally, the horse racing track.
Yes.
So 장 means anything like a stadium or a gym or tracks. So tell me some other ones that you can think of.
Well, we've also got the Olympic 경기장. 경기 means competition, sports competition in general, right? 경기장.
World Cup.
World Cup, of course.
경기장.
World Cup 경기장, right?
Well, all right. Thank you for joining us today at Let's Speak Korean, and please be sure to come back next time. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everybody.